These are all devices that are revolutionizing the future of reading. They make books available on screens as well, and this is not necessarily a bad thing. However, I believe that reading on paper is a habit that should be preserved, that everybody should do regularly because it has more benefits than reading from a screen. Firstly, factors just like the feel and the weight of the book contribute more to the reading experience. Second of all, reading on paper increases comprehension, as proven by scientific studies. And thirdly, reading on paper is better for the brain. There are arguments that say ebooks are better reading options than paper books because of reasons like accessibility. Some say that paperbacks are heavier and are less mobile than ebooks. Even though this might be true, the feel and the weight of the book actually have positive effects. According to researcher Annie Mangen from the University of Stavanger in Norway, traits of reading on paper, like the ability to directly flip pages, engages all the senses. However, ebooks can limit the sensory experience because of the lack of things like the feel and the ability to flip pages directly. Surveys also indicate that readers feel like they lose a sense of control while not reading on paper. So things like the inability to physically highlight text or write notes in the margins. This shows that even though many people complain that books are heavy and hard to carry, those so-called problems can actually benefit you. Reading on paper also helps skills like being able to analyze and recall events and stories. This is because, as shown by scientific studies, reading on paper is better for developing reading comprehension. According to the results from a study done in 2014, readers on Kindles were much worse at remembering the sequence of events in books than paperback readers. And most e-readers obstruct our ability to navigate texts and remembering the journey that the book takes us on. As you can see, comprehending and understanding text is an essential skill we should have, especially as students. This is why reading from paper is a better option. Some also argue that ebooks are a better option because of the loss of the printing fee, which means they're less expensive. But after you see the positive effects reading on paper has on your brain, I hope you'll think twice. As mentioned, reading from a screen has negative effects on your brain, which is why reading paperbacks is a healthier option. So without the distractions of our many devices, reading from paper, according to a study, allows our brains to better support a more daily reading pattern. This is because it improves our abilities to focus and reduces stress. Also, reading physical books helps improve our empathy skills. Another study conducted showed that people who read romance novels on iPads had less connection and empathy to the characters. Lastly, the brain also sleeps better because the brain can send a better signal to the body. This shows that reading on paper is not only beneficial to your enjoyment and mental aspects, it's also a safer option health-wise. To conclude, the tactile experience of reading contributes more to your enjoyment than reading ebooks. Reading from paper is beneficial to reading comprehension and is also a safer option because of its benefits to the brain. So next time when you're looking for a book to read, pick up that old musty paperback you haven't read in a while instead of downloading the most popular young adult